everybody, CJ back again with another episode of Play Like the Podcast.
And that's the cold open.
No, don't use that.
Honestly, could we? No, it's fine. We don't have to.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
You know how much we love it.
The best
that's
intro ever
so
made.
funny.
Hey everybody, I'm CGDannyB and I really like indie games. Like sharing it with you guys, so be sure to follow for more indie gaming goodness.
Follow.
Oh, I was feeling tired, but now I'm inspired. And
When I
why?
started getting more ridiculous with it, I was like, hey guys, there's this really cute cozy game coming out. Hey everybody, I'm just progressively, it's like, this is for Kate and Emily. So I was like, I didn't catch any of the outro. What did he just say to me?
Who is this? I think he likes indie games, though.
Listen, it's such a good opener. I could only aspire to have such a clear, concise, and enthusiastic opener as
course.
CGDannyB.
Yeah.
Sometimes the opener, sometimes the outro, sometimes in the middle. You just, sometimes you're like, what's the vibe of this video? When do I get people to click
You
the follow
gotta
button?
keep them guessing.
You gotta feel it
Exactly.
out. Yeah.
Play to the algorithm.
I would put it in the middle of a sentence next time. Like, this upcoming game, hey everybody, I'm CGDannyB. It's a cozy explosion.
Everyone on their
like,
toes.
I think he made an editing mistake. Funny ass thing. I've been sending Mal a bunch of these how much do you know your boyfriend? Is he pick A or B? And they'll start showing up my algorithm now. I got one last night. It was like, how much do you know your boyfriend? Pokemon edition. So I sent it before watching it, and they forgot to put in all the key art. So it was like, do you like Charizard or Blastoise? And it was just A, B. Like there was no art. And the top, like the one comment was just like, hey, edit your fucking videos, dude. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Oh, Lord. Well, welcome everyone to yet another Indie Game Roundup, June 2026 edition. Guys, holy shit. We're halfway through 2026.
Oh,
I hate to
no.
tell you. I hate to be the bearer of terrifying news, but we're halfway through the year.
I don't like it. Slow down a little bit. I've not finished so many games.
Honestly.
Oh, yeah, this is the year of me not finishing games, I swear. But next year, we're going to get them. We'll get them next time.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah, next
We al-
year.
we always hope.
It'll get
certainly
easier,
won't be
no
this
doubt.
bad. Yeah.
I'm sure. Surely less indie games will come out. Therefore, we have more time to play them.
Yeah. And today we're joined by a lovely guest, very special guest, very indie game pilled guest who, depending on where Kate decides to start the cold open, you may or may not have gleaned yet that this is CGDannyB, the one and only CGDannyB. Would you like to give yourself an intro?
Of course. Hey, everybody. I'm CGDannyB, and I really like indie games. I like sharing it with you guys. I came up with that at one point when I did like a Steam summer sale video, and I just said like, I always do the, hey guys, I'm back for another video, and this time I'm showing you, I'm like, I need something more personal.
Yeah.
And I just said that. I'm like, oh shit, I found it. I found the sauce.
Oh, shit, that's
and just-
personable.
Yeah, I just hung on to it. But yeah, no, I love indie games. I love talking about them. I do indie game news reviews, whatever we choose. I also co-host Play Like Podcast with my partner Topher, who is currently on break, so we're kind of just in between as episodes come out. But recently put out our Summer Game Fest episode, which featured Kate and Emily, which needs way more TikToks done for it. I'm trying to get those edits done. I don't have time. And then our Steam Next Fest episode coming out in a couple days ago. I don't know when your episode comes out. It's probably already out now, I think. I'm not really sure. It's edited. Anyway, look at my stuff. I like indie games. That's it.
Go find CGDannyB. Go find Playlog Podcast. Go find, I don't know. Go find him.
Go find
Find
him.
me.
Yeah.
He's
You
out
can
there.
try. I'm hiding.
He's hiding.
I'm good at hide and seek.
The algorithm certainly won't pop up all of his TikToks now that you've watched this or listened to this.
Some of them are thirst traps.
I've
Some
seen
of them.
those.
Way fewer
You're
these
welcome.
days, though.
Yeah, fewer.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Good question. I think I just at one point just not stopped. I was just like, I got to work on an actual video this week. And then it was like, oh man, I didn't do a thirst trap this week. And then it just kind of got away from me. So listen, if the folks want it, if they're like, Danny, I haven't seen enough of your bare chest lately. I'm like, all right, hold on. I'm gonna work on it.
Honestly, I love the idea of like, I don't have a video to post this week, so it's a thirst trap week. It's an iconic
Yeah.
schedule.
I feel like I should put them on like my personal Instagram, which like I don't use. But now if I started putting like, oh, hey, it's a selfie thing. I'm out doing a thing. I just collab posted on CGDannyB and just Danny. Like, yeah, there's both things.
Hell yeah.
But then I'm like, but how many people from the old church days follow me on Instagram that I don't even know exist? And they'll be like, Danny, I think you've fallen away from the Lord. I'm not sure what you're doing.
He's fallen away from the Lord and he's fallen into thirst traps and indie games. Lord
Damn
help
right.
us.
We love those things.
I love the idea that your personal Instagram, actually, as mine has been just like abandoned for several years, and then all of a
Same.
sudden it's just like thirst traps.
Yeah. Until recently, I think the last post I had, I'm like, hey guys, I just got my PS5 on launch day. Like, that was the last thing I posted. So
5 years ago?
2020, and maybe it was that. I don't know how the PS5 is yet.
I don't know either. Was it around 2020? Yeah, well, I don't know.
Let's see. Okay, Alexa, when did PS5 release date?
It's so fun because Danny is
2020.
obviously also our friend, so we're just a bunch of friends catching up, hanging out here.
Of
Shooting
course.
the shit.
Yeah.
The
we do. That's
goofs
the whole
and
episode.
gabs. Should we dive? I mean, not that we need to break the ice, but maybe we need to break the ice. Maybe there's more ice. You know, maybe it's like that one Fall Guys level where you're like running around the big like hexagon layered cylinder, and there's just more layers of ice to break underneath the layers of ice. But anyway, we have an icebreaker.
I just want to go somewhere warmer. I don't know why we got all this ice.
Yeah, honestly.
I think we need something to bring the structure because we're having too much fun already. I'm scared.
Kate, the stage manager's like,
I'm like, we're already at 7 minutes in, folks. It's time to get going with one of these segments. But seriously, Danny, we're so excited to have you on No Small Games for the first time. Like, why did it take us this long? We're so sorry.
I don't know.
That's our bad.
I just assume you're intimidated by my awesomeness, and I get it. It was funny.
That's it.
We're rambling again here, but you guys brought up we were at Summer Game Fest. I'm sure we'll talk about in a minute. But like, you guys walked up to me and we were talking like, yeah, we have to get each other's podcast. We have to actually do this. And you're like, oh, we had this whole plan of sending you like a professional email of like, excuse me, CGDannyB, we would like to inquire about your attendance on No Small Games. I'm like, yeah, that would have been amazing. That would have been great. And then it was just the Discord DM of just like, Kate and Emily sent you a message. I'm like, oh, I see. They're like, when you want to do this? I'm like, I'm good this night. You're like, I bet. Easy.
Perfect.
Danny's getting the friends and family form of communication. But yeah, so Emily actually came up with this icebreaker question, and it's a great one. It is, what would be the one indie game you would choose to show an alien civilization to help them understand humans? And, if it takes you a minute to think about it, I'm fully prepared to go, but I don't need to go first. We always let our guests go first if they want, Danny. So
sure.
Do you need some time? Or are you ready to go?
Yeah, I got this. I did totally skip this question when looking over the document and then came up with an answer right now. But I think as I get this question, right, I'm like, yeah, humans. I'm human. What game would I show an alien? I'm like, no, I want the human race. Danny is like, I want to show him something like a Shovel Knight or a Wild Frost, which not niche, but niche enough that everyone's like, I don't know what that one is. I'm like, but Danny loves Wild Frost.
Wild Frost, so good.
Such a great game. But I think this might be showing them more Americans than showing them humans. But I feel like Super Meat Boy is very like, what is an indie game? What is this weird thing? And what is this violence? And why do we like it so much? And seeing that repetitive, because as humans, we like to just do the same thing over. Have I ever tell you the definition of insanity? It's that same shit of dying over and over again until you get it right. Maybe just barely enough to get it right. And I feel like Super Meat Boy is just the personification of that. And I'm like, yeah, guys, check out this cute little guy. He's adorable and he's ugly in the best way possible. And the alien's like, we get it. Vaporize the planet. We're done here.
I love that. I think that would work. I think they would understand us just upon seeing that.
Yeah. A little too well, honestly, but it's okay.
Yeah.
That's what they
There's
came
an
here
evil fetus in a jar. Like, he's an adult, but maybe a baby.
for.
Yeah.
Why not all?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like Danny's really making me think with that answer. I feel like I was not prepared to go there 9 minutes into the episode, but you know what? I love the answer, Danny. I feel like for me, what I thought of immediately was Wide Ocean Big Jacket because it's so slice of life. It's like just 4 people, 2 kids, 2 adults going on a camping trip. They do cartwheels on the beach. They pop a squat. They have some beers. They tell ghost stories. And, nothing really happens. And that's my favorite kind of stuff. And I feel like it is very reflective of the human experience because they also touch on, emotional struggles and relationship struggles. But not, everything feels very realistic within the world of the game as to, what humans could experience just on a mundane camping trip. So that's what I would choose to show the aliens, to be like, this is what humans are like, even though it's honestly probably a better reflection. But I like to romanticize things, so I want the aliens to like, feel optimistic, I guess, about us.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I haven't played that game yet. It's one Topher told me about. I'm like, oh, this looks rad. It's been on my wish list ever since. And I just haven't, always new shit to play. So
yeah, there's always stuff, but it's a good one. It's really short, so it's worth a play for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I love these answers. Oh God, I was tempted to pivot mine, but I think I'm gonna keep my original answer, which is Arctic eggs.
Okay.
Girl.
Arctic eggs has a little bit of everything. Every facet of humanity is represented in the 4 hours it takes to play Arctic eggs. It is it's both like absurd, but it's also profound, and there's violence and there's love and there's insanity and hope. Can you fry an egg at the top of Mount Everest? Just that question, I think, that's a very human question to ask.
True. Wow.
And I love it.
That's a great answer.
These poor aliens, they're just like...
They're like, we're
What are
out,
you showing
actually. We're out.
You guys don't read?
Is weird. And that's why NASA will never put us in charge of, making first contact.
Honestly, it makes sense.
And that's okay.
Only when they get the choice. If we take over, what are they going to do? Stop us?
Whoa, true.
I'm going to the moon.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone, for breaking the ice. I feel like it's broken.
I think it's broken. I'm cold. The ice is broken. I'm ready to party.
Cool. Let's talk some news. There's been a lot of gaming related news this last month. We haven't here Summer Game Fest, but you know what? We've now both our podcasts have put out Summer Game Fest episodes. I don't know if there's anything more to squeeze out of SGF except that we had a great time hanging out.
Awesome time. Great time. After going, I mentioned last year was my first year of oh, great. I got invited super late, so I didn't get any appointments. This year, they're like, hey, you got your invite. I'm like, let me book everything. And I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm like, hey, friends, nice to see you. I have to go to another appointment now. Bye. And then just kind of dipping through. And then I'm getting the follow-up emails like, hey, any chance you got coverage on blank? I'm like, no, I haven't. I haven't talked about this game because I talked about everything else. I'll get to it. My arms are longer now. I promise. I'll make some short about it. It was a fun game. It didn't fit everything else. But Summer Game Fest is great. Such a good time. And I had mentioned this. I don't know if we did this on the podcast. Maybe we did. But talking about last year being the first year of it was myself, Mike, Kyle, and Jill. Where I'm like, oh, but all my friends have appointments and it's busy. I was still very much wandering myself, but I got to see this year, Finn was there. You guys were there. Jenny attended this year. So seeing that circle grow more and more, I'm like, we're in. All my friends are going to be here. And even when these friends are busy, these friends aren't, and they're in between appointments, we get to talk about the things we play. That's been PAX for us. And the idea that it will be Summer Game Fest, I'm like, let's go. We're taking over. We're in here.
Yeah. I feel like, honestly, the hottest news coming out of SGF was, us getting to spend an appropriate amount of time with you, Danny, because we didn't get to hang out. We never get to hang out enough at PAX.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm glad. I was happy at how frequently we got to see you.
Yeah. All right. Next PAX will fix it. We'll do dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbecue. We didn't get barbecue last time.
The JW.
Let's see. We're going to be talking about Steam Next Fest demos in a moment. So maybe we leave the Steam Next Fest bits for the end of our news segment. Okay. Steam Machine prices and orders, pre-orders came out. How are we feeling overall? Any thoughts? Big sighs.
In this economy, I mean, I just am if I was ever going to buy a new console, it would have been this one. Yeah. Since I am an indie game, all of us here, we're primarily playing indie games. We probably are all on Steam constantly every day. And so I think when the original news for the Steam Machine came out, I was like, oh, I'm buying that day of I'm so excited for it. I got a big TV. That is a flex that I like to talk about on the show. But honestly, at this point, it's very unattainable to me. And I've been wanting a play date for such a long time. And then I just got hands-on with the Switch 2 for the first time at SGF. So I'm honestly kind of wanting to prioritize those other two consoles, especially the play date. Because I'm I could make See, that's what I want. It's so
He's a cute little guy. He's just
It's
adorable little
literally
guy.
perfect for me. I need to put it in my pocket. I have like
You like this
cute,
thing.
I have cute aggression towards the Playdate.
Yeah, you should.
I also like everyone just assumes that I have one because it's small and yellow. I don't know, and it's got a crank it.
It is true. When I think Kate, I do think small and yellow. That's valid.
Exactly. So I just really want one. So I think I'm still going to prioritize the Playdate, and then maybe even a Switch 2 over a Steam machine. Unfortunately, I got my PC, I got my Steam Deck. I guess it's all I need at the moment. But I am pretty bummed that it is so expensive. But it also makes sense. Like I assumed that it would be in that price range with the way things were going. So those are my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'm not far off from you. I remember when they announced this thing, I was very interested in it. I know me and my partner Mallory were both very like, it'd be cool to each have a Steam machine around. In covering games, have become so much more of a desk player where like I'm capturing footage for everything I play. Because the moment I make a TikTok, rather than just grabbing the trailer, this is what I played. This was my stuff.
Yeah.
So in a world where I have the Steam machine with an extra capture card, a laptop, it's just like, oh, I'm over here, hit my save clip button every time I play. Sounds great. And as we got further and further away, and we saw the other consoles, Switch 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox, all go up in price, I'm like, the Steam machine's not going to either they come out like, hey, we're at a reasonable price and let's run it, or it's going to be like, yeah, no, this is the pricing I looked at. And I edited Kind of Funny's quick little preview today of like, here's the Steam machine. And Roger, I think, said it, as someone who hasn't touched it, Roger said it very clearly. I played this thing and I was very whelmed. It is fun.
Yeah.
And like, that is not enough for me. I don't want to be whelmed with this thing. I want this thing to be a convenience for me, a second PC, something that's very like, oh, awesome. This fixes everything I need for a little more access to my Steam library. But I have the Steam Deck upstairs. It's the launch one. I wish I had the OLED with the bigger hard drives, et cetera, but like, it gets the job done, especially as people are playing indies. Like, very few have the fidelity where I'm like, fuck, I can't run this on Steam Deck. Like, I think I'm still comfortable with that. In a world where, Gabe Newell's like, hey, Danny, we'd like you to try it. I'll use the fuck out of that thing. If it lands in my lap, great. Well, yeah, I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. That's kind of how I feel about both it and the Switch 2 at the moment, to be honest. It's like, if it appeared in my living room, if someone were to give it to me, I would love it. I would totally get so much use out of it. But as it stands, it doesn't fit in. There's not enough of a void in my life where I'm like, oh, I can't have the experience I want right now playing the game I want to play, because I can sit here at my computer, I can sit on the couch and play my Steam Deck and be perfectly happy. If I really want to, I can plug the Steam Deck into a dock, which, with mixed results, but like, it's not filling enough of a need for people to drop at minimum $1,000 on it.
Yeah.
And I get that hardware is expensive and increasingly expensive to produce right now, but everybody's also mega poor right now. So
Mega.
It's not, I don't necessarily blame Valve. I don't know that they necessarily could have, I don't know the internals of like what their production, line looks like and that kind of stuff. But I think it's just the reality of like 2026. So people are going to have to be really choosy about their consoles or what they play games on, I think.
Absolutely. Like,
Totally.
I've been a launch. PS4 is the first console I bought with my big boy money. Like, and since then, like, I got the PS4, I got the PS5. I had this full world where we don't have a console in sight yet. But like, PS6 I'll buy on launch day. But like, seeing that the Pro, I think the PS5 Pro is now $900, $1,000, something like that. Where I'm like, that PS6 is not going to be a feasible price range where I'm like, do I need this right now? Am I going to need this for like NAC 7 or whatever comes out when like this thing drops? Doesn't seem like I'm getting enough value. Again, with all these indies, I'm like, we get to play these all the time. This is amazing. Steam runs most of them and I don't have that issue. So it's tough I'd rather get a new PC to have a 2 PC setup and capture with the old one, play with the new one, than be like, let me buy a new blue box to sit on my TV.
A new blue box.
They are releasing SteamOS as a separate branch that you can download. Actually, I saw in that video, very well edited, Danny.
Thank you.
Shout out to Danny.
The kind of funny preview or kind of mini review of the the Steam machine mentioned that like you'll be able to just download and install SteamOS on wherever you want, and that sounds pretty cool. I'm like wanting to get into like the whole Cyberdeck thing and stuff like that. I wonder how feasible like a brand new Raspberry Pi or something could like. You'd have to figure out the graphics driver side of things, but like I don't know. I think there's an interesting new world to explore of like custom Steam machines too.
I'd like to see it. When I heard Roger say that in the video, I'm like, which of my boxes would I want to convert into that device? Like, which one would I change? And I don't think I'd touch the PS5. And I'm like, is it strong enough, the PS4, to like just take this hunk of junk that's sitting here right now to throw SteamOS on and be like, cool, my Steam machine's ready. Like I have it. So I don't know. Maybe worth fucking around and finding out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sounds like we're all in alignment on this. Next. Oh, this one sucks to talk about. Xbox. Especially in the wake of SGF. Xbox announced that it is officially closing. Sorry, I'm clicking through all my news tabs. Officially closing. Which one? Compulsion. And then Double Fine and Ninja Theory are some of the Xbox-owned studios that are in danger of closure.
Yeah.
So this is still sort of an open story. Like we're waiting on more developments, but things be bad out here, even in the AAA scene.
Yeah, I think again, we do so much indies here, and like AAAs, we keep in the space to know what's going on, but seeing that battle back in 2018, 19 of PlayStation, Xbox go back and forth, like who's going to grab which studio first? Like who's going to be the first one to grab an EA, a Ubisoft, or whatever? Then Xbox being like, give us Bethesda, give us Activision, etc. Like these were big moves that I think were implying some level of security, especially when like Compulsion is one of our like indie legacy brands, right? With We Happy Few of like, even though South of Midnight is not indie, there's like, oh, but you have the pedigree with it. We still love you for We Happy Few. I think seeing, we got to play whatever we made, whatever we made, players liked it. And though it wasn't like it was critically acclaimed, but like it didn't do numbers that we needed. Sorry, you're out of here. And I don't know what that means like personally for each developer, like who gets moved to another team, who has any kind of job security that gets, we moved over here. Like, sorry, we got to let you go. We have nothing for that. I think that's so massively shitty, because I think some people who felt that security are like, cool, we got picked up by Xbox, dog, like we're set. To then like a studio like Double Fine being on the wire of like, we'll see if we keep you around. Like that's a wild one.
That is really wild, especially considering like Double Fine does so much for the industry broadly.
Right.
Like they organize Day of the Devs. They're a kind of boiling pot for like other new stuff too.
Yeah, I love what they've done. I haven't gotten to Keeper myself yet, but I love Psycho. I played Psychonauts 1 like super late in my life, like right before 2 came out, and then played through 2. Absolutely loved it. I think those games are like artful and creative, and they tell like impactful stories about mental health and so on and so forth. I think they're awesome. And I think Keeper takes that visual style and just having, again, not played it, but like still playing with what a Double Fine game is. And then there's the other game, which I can never for the life of me remember it is, but has Elijah Wood in it, and it's with the princess. She plays the 2 separate characters.
Oh,
and he's on the clouds. And I hate
he's
that
on the cloud.
I can never for the life of me remember the name of that game. It's gonna haunt me all night. But like Double Fine does such great stuff, and again, being like, it's imagine like telling, maybe this is an over exaggeration, but like your quarterback of like, sorry, bud, I'm gonna bench you in a second if you don't churn me out a Halo, Xbox, Gears level type of deal, right? Like that's so shitty. That sounds awful, especially after like the crud that has been Halo for these last 3 games, I guess. That like people 5 Infinite, I guess those were the 2. I was mixing the free multiplayer with the 2, but Halo's not doing super well these days in terms of like what makes fans happy. So seeing that Halo feels more secure than Double Fine, just, I don't know, it is wild to me. And that might just be a headspace that I'm in of what I prefer in my games. But man, I just don't want to see all of these studios get picked up and then just dropped for nothing. This industry is so volatile, and it's sad to see people that make the shit we like not have any kind of backbone, like anyone backing them up.
Yeah. I think it hurts the indie space too, because like as much as, you know, the three of us are all about indies and like generally maybe prefer playing indie games to AAA, I think in a perfect world, this is a whole ecosystem that like that works together, and like the one feeds into the other. And I'm sure for a lot of indie devs out there, like AAA maybe was for a time like this next level, this dream of like, if I do well enough with this game I'm making, maybe we can get picked up, maybe I could get hired or whatever. It's like it, and then have stability, have kind of the space and time to be able to specialize and not have to be this jack of all trades figuring out how to like, you know, rig models and code in Unity and do marketing and do everything you have to do as an indie dev, but like find a kind of secure place within the single A to AAA, you know, ecosystem. And now it's just not true. There's just no, and not that was necessarily ever true, because gaming's always been really volatile industry for hiring, but now it's just really evident that there's not a secure place to go to grow into for devs. I think we're also going to have way more, you know, Expedition 33s out there, where you've got, because these people have to go someplace. They've got to keep making money. And it's clear that it's not like Sony's got doors wide open or, you know, anything else. Everybody's talking about layoffs right now. So you're going to wind up with a lot more of these situations where you've got like people from Bungie, people from EA, people from, you know, wherever coming together and making stuff like E33, which is great. But also kind of eats into the indie market. I don't know. It's just, it's shitty.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things I thought about with what does this mean for indies? Where does this change? And we get those, the IGN posts of like, this upcoming game has developers from Call of Duty, Titanfall, Apex Legends, whatever. And like already someone sees it and goes, well, that's not indie. And we already have the question of what is an indie game? Like, what is this? Why is Dave the Diver not an indie game? Why is Expedition an indie game? Why does this not make sense? Like, I always argue the ownership of the studio. That's why, like, I know Hazelight is such a weird when people argue. Like, I know Rogan is very like, that is not an indie game. Like, but EA doesn't own Hazelight. They make their own thing. They just have like a really successful Kickstarter by people paying for their stuff, I guess, is how I look at it.
Right.
But like, the more we have people, I was going to say leaving, but like being let go from these big studios to be like, well, I still want to make games. Let me make something indie, and starting another studio, another indie studio that's going to make something that's really high class, that has like an Expedition 33 level of like, that's some high fidelity indie game. And then being like, well, is it indie anymore? Like, how, you know, they have Ubisoft over there, they have EA and whatever, but like, it's not them, it's people who worked there. So I don't know. I am never upset to see more indie studios open and get more really cool stuff. But then I think when people talk about the vibe of an indie and what, like, why people think Dave the Diver should be considered indie because of what it presents and how it plays, I think we lose that a little bit more to see these really cool, like still pixel art experiences or something smaller get overshadowed by what's this cool first person shooter that comes out that is made by a small team.
I agree. It's rough. I also think this is, if you look at the like broader picture too, like to me, this is part of the bigger story of the AI bubble bursting. And I don't know if I'm like tin hat level or if this is like just evident and true that like we are actively in the beginning of the AI bubble bursting. And like if you look at Microsoft more broadly too, like they're shifting away from Claude. They're canceling their Claude AI licenses because it's too expensive. They're being sued by their shareholders for their decisions around their AI investments. It's like things are about to get really bad, I think, for Microsoft as a whole. And this is, unfortunately, this is going to be the consequence of the AI bubble bursting, is stuff like what's going on at Xbox. So... sorry, not to be doomsday, like, no, you know, about it, but
I'll be all doomsday about AI. Get that shit out of here. I'm done.
Good segue to talk about the main purpose for us coming together, Steam Next Fest. What are our thoughts generally on this June's Steam Next Fest?
Whew, I've been talking a lot, Kate. I don't know if you want to go first.
Oh no, I honestly I did not even play any demos until maybe 3 or 4 days into Next Fest. I played a couple on the plane that happened to be part of Next Fest that came out early, like on the way home from SGF. But I feel like the first Next Fest coverage I saw actually was Danny talking about AI. So please feel free, Danny, to kick it off. You're our special guest. I want to hear from you.
Man, those first couple days sucked ass. It was terrible. Literally, like, I am so used to launching Steam Next Fest, and I pull it up. It's like, here's some headliners, like here, like the big ones that people are playing right now. Here's your wish list, and then here's just that ongoing list of what else is on here, which is thousands upon thousands of demos, right? So like, there's always something new to find. As I'm scrolling through this list, I think maybe 6 of the games on my wish list showed up in that panel where I was like, okay, Lose Lagoon. Great. I played this demo. I can't wait for the full one. I can skip this one. A couple other ones. I'm like, oh, great. This one has a demo. I get to check it out. And as I'm going down this, like, what new things can I find? I'm seeing this AI slap thumbnail, right? The one I keep calling out in specific, I think it's because it stands out so much, is called Ranch. And it is this blonde woman, the tied up flannel, the cleavage hanging out. And I'm like, oh, they really want me to play this game. And you click on it, and it is this Club Penguin looking, no shot at Club Penguin, but it's like this weird oval shaped patch of grass with chickens and a cow and then a bear running around. I'm like, listen, if you're going to put the hot chick with the big boobs on the thumbnail, at least like put that in your game. It's nothing and like,
it's the least you could do.
Play it. Yeah. Right, exactly. You know, at least give me what you promised. But like, I just remember looking at that and scrolling through this list of all this garbage and being like, what happened to Next Fest? Like, this is where I would go to find out the cool games that I haven't seen. And our buddy Jacob McCourt, like, we had very similar vibe of like, I go here not to play the things I know are happening. It's to find what new thing I didn't know was coming. Because that's always the fun part of Next Fest. And the fact that the first couple of days, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do that this time. That really sucks. Thankfully, by, I believe, Wednesday, which was already like two and a half days into it, they're like, oh, yes, now it's curated. Here are games we think you're going to like. And I got a few like the friend slap games that I enjoy. I got some indie platformers, some roguelike puzzle games. Lucky I had a bunch of people commenting like, here's my games on Next Fest. I'm doing this thing. I'm like, sweet. Thank you so much. I'm glad I could find something. And like, ended up having a great time, but I felt like the gas in the tank to start Next Fest of let me grab everything and start playing really petered out those first couple of days. So like, I don't think I played nearly as much as I normally would. I think I played maybe 20-ish demos probably, but like on our podcast highlight like 8, like Mal and I each do 8, which I was like, I just don't know that I have too much to scream and praise about with the energy I had going into the latter half of Next Fest, just being so. And then every game I play, I'm like, this was really fun. Let me double check that AI disclaimer at the, oh, it did. Never mind. Shit. I should have checked that before I downloaded it. And it's just, it was a hassle.
Yeah.
I honestly missed a lot of that. I feel like I kind of just I approached this Next Fest in a really different way than I ever have, which is like, I just went to my wish list and I saw what was part of Next Fest and what had a demo available. And then I didn't make myself download a bunch and try to play a bunch. And I think that resulted in me like actually really enjoying the games that I did play. Sure. So I don't know. I think I wish I would have played more, but I think I ended up having a really, really positive experience and genuinely walking away from some of these games. Like, I can't remember the last time I've just been so present and enjoyed a game this much as part of Next Fest instead of just trying to race through a bunch of them. So I personally had a great time, but I missed a lot of the AI stuff. But I also didn't go looking for anything. Like, I just went straight to my wish list and I downloaded those demos. So I guess that was my first time trying to approach Steam Next Fest this way, and I was a big fan of how it ended up for me. But that being said, I feel like missed out on a lot of like the news and the gossip of like what is going on this Next Fest. So I don't even know like how many games were in it or how it compares to other Next Fests.
Yeah, I actually don't know the total either. I usually look up the total, and I don't know. I was so put off by the landing page this time around.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work out why exactly they did this thing where, like, for the first 2 days, I think it was like Monday and Tuesday, they showed like the toggle where it was like you can either view the discovery, quote unquote, or the personalized version. Right. But the personalized version of the landing page was toggled off, and they were like, by Wednesday it'll be personalized. And I'm like, were they just looking to get user data for what the popular demos were from the first 2 days and then resurfaced that to everybody. I don't know. I couldn't understand why they did this teaser thing with the personalized Next Fest page, but I basically only played games that were already on my wish list or that a person I know recommended to me, or in some cases that like the devs reached out or something and mentioned it. But yeah, I wound up discovering way fewer games that I didn't already know about. So it's I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Steam implement any amount of curation, literally any, because it doesn't seem like they do any vetting other than like, does the demo run? And even then, sometimes you'll find demos that don't run. So I don't know. It seems like a free for all. It seems like they'll just accept anybody who applies to be a Next Fest.
And like the early Next Fest were very just like, they still had a lot of demos, but it was a lot of finding people who wanted to put their game out and be like, hey, I want people to discover my thing. And I'm like, that's very exciting. Like, I remember, if I can go back and look, I remember like Haven is a game I played during Next Fest. Ghost Runner is a game I played during a Next Fest. So I'm like, these are rad. Like, I have these fond memories of these games. And there's some now that I'll be like, yes, I really enjoy this. I'm so excited to play it again. Like, you know, when this full thing comes out and have that Next Fest memory. But like, the more you mentioned that, like, the Wednesday of like, we'll finally curate everything. It just seems so unprepared for an event that they do every 4 to 6 months, or I don't know how frequently Next Fest has become at this point. But yeah, it just like the fact that we moved on to be like, hey, we're here to start, but we're not quite ready for you. We'll see you in a couple days. Like, that just felt so I don't know. That felt so unprepared. And again, I hate that every time I think of something going wrong with Steam, I'm like, what's Gabe Newell doing over there? I see him at his computer like, I'm not sure what to do. I don't know what Danny likes anymore. He plays so much friend stuff with his girlfriend, but like, does he even like indie games? And I'm like, of course I do. Give them to me, Gabe. You did great on Wednesday. Why didn't you have this done sooner?
It's just Gabe. It's just Gabe over there.
He's the one person at Steam.
Yeah. I don't know. I always think about this. This is like I feel like a folk legend about how working at Valve works, which is that it's like a very flat hierarchy, and there are no like I don't know, company priorities that they kind of hand down from the top. Yeah. That if you work at Valve, you get to pick what you work on. Like, it's completely up to you. And I don't know if I can't imagine this actually being true, because I can't imagine them having gotten as far as they have with everything. Sure. But that was the story back like a decade ago, which is like every programmer gets to work on whatever aspect of Steam or whatever their other software products and stuff that they feel like, and whatever features they want. I don't know if that's really true, but sometimes it feels like it. Sometimes, but then also sometimes they produce something great. Like they have that new calendar on the homepage that I'm like, that's cool. Do more of that.
Thank you. Yeah,
very cool.
It's like they actually talk to a human being to like figure out what people need.
We still don't have in the Valley of Gods, which tells me that it's not true, that you can't just go to Steam and work on what you want. Otherwise, Camp Santo would have this game that I've been waiting for.
We need that game. I need it. Oh, also, wasn't it last Steam Next Fest where like you couldn't even, there were no AI disclaimers at all?
Right. Yeah.
So like at least we got that now.
Yeah, it was all like prediction, I think, which is nice that Steam has that, but it is buried at the bottom of the page. I know there's a game. I'm in the weird spot where I want to talk about the game specifically, but I also don't want to give them the time of day, which sucks. Because like I genuinely loved this game. I had already scripted out a video. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot wait to talk about how amazing this is. And then a friend was like, hey, AI disclaimer, because it was not on their day one. We're like, shit. Like this game looks great. Like I'm excited to play it. And then by the time like we played it, this is a great game. Let's run it again. We got to bounce. Let's come back and play tonight. The AI disclaimer went up, and it was very much just like, AI disclaimer, this is a team of passionate players who want to make something incredible, and they don't specify what they did, like what they used AI for. And like this was like, there was the moment where like, let's devil's advocate this, take the seat back of like, what is AI okay for, right? And anytime it's generative assets of like, oh, we made art or we made placeholder stuff, I'm like, no, stop, I'm already out. And like the amount of emails I got where someone's like, hey, I made this game, I'm like, sorry, you have an ad disclaimer. I'm out. Let me know when your next game comes out. Like, obviously, indies, like it's tough to say like your next game if this is the situation you're in. Where like creators like, sorry, I'm not going to touch your stuff because you used AI. But when I see that, I'm like, is there an adjustment they can make where they're like, sorry, we used AI, but we took all this out. But like even then, we're like, we replaced all of our assets with real stuff. You still use the damn shit. You still like you could have just Mal and I say in our episode, like people are like, we need to put assets in. I'm like, you could put that purple and black checkerboard on there and not worry about it until you need to change it. You don't need to put some like, we needed the newspaper art to make sure it looked like, no, you didn't. You really didn't. And then I like sit there and look at code, right? Like code is such a different beast. And I don't know what the stipulation of stealing code and how that looks for Gen Av. Like, well, computer explaining a computer makes the most sense on how to make something function. And that sounds like if we weren't in the spot where AI is such a shitty thing to deal with, I'd probably be okay with being like, yes, using it to figure out code sounds good. It sounds great. But like as a whole right now, Gen AI period sounds like I can't say yes to that at all. So I don't know if that means with the bubble burst, we're like, hey, we figured out it works well for this and we all become okay with it. I'm not picking a side there saying I am okay with it. But that feels like if there's a thing I should be okay with, it's that. But I don't know that's what they use the game for, like the AI for. It could be anything. I just want to assume. But I hate AI.
Yeah.
That makes three of us.
Yeah, it just sucks that, like, I don't know. People trying to avoid the disclosures, too. It's like, why are you doing it? No one likes it.
Yeah.
If you have to lie about using it, don't. And I don't know. It's so sad knowing that, like, there are people who, you know, put up their demos on Steam Next Fest who wrote all the code for their game, who produced all the assets for their game, and probably some of them barely got people playing their demo because they got lost in a sea of AI. And it's like, God. Anyway.
Brutal.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Steam to give me the filter. I just want the filter to stop showing me all the AI stuff. Any game with an AI disclosure, just make it go away. Yeah. They could do that tomorrow, I swear, unless they have the most insanely built database, which I don't think they do. They could do it tomorrow. So do it, cowards. Gabe, make it happen.
I know you're sitting at your desk worried about what I'm playing. Go make that toggle. I know there's a plugin for Chrome and I think Opera that lets you do it, but like I typically use the Steam launcher, so I use it for the Steam launcher.
Yeah. Well, okay. All that said, all the complaining aside, we have 15 games across between the three of us that we want to talk about. So we're going to go through. How did we all pick? Are these our top 5?
Yes and no.
Yeah. I think I just threw some in there that I played. And I know that I know that Emily at least played some of the ones on my list, so we can talk about them together. But yeah, we could have Danny go first and we could all take turns.
You're going to make me, I guess, if I have
to. You have to.
Yeah. No, sorry. I'll go first. I got this. I get shy in front of the camera, but I'll try.
Me too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The first demo I played was actually, I think the first recommendation I got on Instagram when I made that AI slot video. One of the developers, I believe Apex Mango. I should have looked this up beforehand.
I love them.
Okay, perfect. I'll make sure I had the name right. I hadn't heard of them until they left this comment. They're like, hey, my game Fruit Bear is like on Next Fest. You should try it. I was like, what is this game? They're like, it's Suika game, but it's a roguelike. I'm like, oh no, that's dangerous. Because I love Suika game. And for anyone who doesn't know Suika game by the name, it's you drop the cherry in, and when the cherry touches the cherry, it turns into an apple. When you drop an apple, it turns into a pear. And you're trying to make a watermelon by dropping and combining fruits. And very much like Slay the Spire, right? You pick your path. Which way are we going to go? I'm going to go this way. So I have an encounter. There's bosses that will like fill up your stage, which you have to drop fruit on or different tools to break them. So you're not going over the limit. You're like, oh, you lost, start over. It's super simple. There's not a lot to the gameplay. It's drop the fruit, physics, make them touch each other, consensually, of course. And then like, you might get upgrades. Like if I drop this, I get extra juice, which helps me beat the level. If I put this in, it does attack, so it breaks the obstacles around me. This particular item is like, hey, for every strawberry you have at the end of the round, you get extra juice. So when the developer was like, hey, thank you so much for covering, I'm like, hey, thank you for making it. I'm addicted. I'm gonna go try to finish my all strawberries run and see what I can do here. I think it is such a relaxing game where like I'm trying not to fall into the routine of I just play roguelikes, but sometimes they just make your brain go burr enough where I'm like, I can't really focus on a story right now. I can't really do anything. And then at that point, it's not about brain go burr. It's just like, well, now I'm addicted. Well, now I just need to keep going. Like I need to stick with this game. And like Fruit Bear has been like the easy. I'm like, I don't want to start a new demo yet. I'm going to jump back into Fruit Bear and just play this for like an hour and then try something new. I had a blast with this one.
Hell yeah. I'm so glad that both devs are so sweet. I played the early build of their demo like a month and a half ago or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. Like just the concept of the game is so brilliant. Like, of course I want to Suika roguelike. Yes. And it's in this like kind of dark fantasy, like heavy metal, like aesthetic. And it's just, it's so good. So great.
It's rad. Loved it.
I'm glad you played it.
Yeah.
I gotta play that one.
Deck. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I gotta get on the deck. They are so sweet too, the devs.
Yeah.
I finally played Virtue in a Sledgehammer. I wanted it so bad. It's one of my most anticipated indie games of the year. I love Many Nights a Whisper. I love Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. I love, just big fan of Deconstruct Team and Silky Harbor together. I think that what was cool about playing this was that, like, you can tell that it's one of their games. They have such a strong, like, vibe and visual identity among their games. But this, honestly, was, like, wild to play on the plane on the way home from SGF, like, with headphones. I was just, like, I could see the people around me, like, watching my screen being like, she's just tearing shit down with that sledgehammer. Like, honestly, I felt a little bit bad, like, having people witness me do what I was doing in the game because, like, you really like the mechanic of the sledgehammer and you like feels so good and you really are just like smashing down buildings. There are also like what look like robots to me, but I think represent like people from the town. And some of them chase you and you engage in combat with them. And others are like just like seem to be scared of you or are innocent, but you could also like sledgehammer them if you want to. And so I think the game like is asking you to do something that for me anyway felt a little bit, it takes a certain headspace for me to get into to be like, I'm just going to destroy everything in my path. Like that's not my natural, I guess I don't feel comfortable in that zone, like even playing a game. So I think that it was asking me to show up in a way that I wasn't, ready to show up as, honestly. But that being said, the vibes are great. The mechanic of using your sledgehammer feels great. And then you do get rewarded with like these cutscenes that reveal stuff about the story because you're playing as someone who, is visiting their hometown and you don't know what happened, but you are on a path of destruction. And that is made very clear from the beginning of the demo. So it's also interesting because their last game, Many Nights a Whisper, just takes place in a really contained area, and you can definitely tell that they're sort of like leveling up with this game. Like there's a lot more in the world. There's a lot more to do mechanically, and the world is just bigger. So it's also really cool to see them like expand on their style in an environment that just feels so much bigger than something that they've done before. So I actually didn't finish the demo, so I had to ask a friend what happens at the end because I had played for almost like 2 hours and I didn't quite make it to the end, and then I was not in the headspace to boot it up again after getting off the plane. But I think that the story will be really cool, be very revealing, and also probably be maybe like obviously an emotionally difficult one. So I think I have a little bit less excitement for it, unfortunately, after playing the demo than I did before having any experience with it. But still, I'm still very excited and I will play the whole thing. I want to see what the story is about. So yeah, that was a wild ride on the plane.
I love that. I love that you played it on the plane.
I know everyone's like, what is that girl doing? We're just like over here watching our happy shows and she's just like destroying everything. It was really funny.
That's so good.
Yeah, this is what I'm hoping was, hey, Next Fest is over, but our demo stayed up. Because like I saw that had a demo. Cool. I saw a demo. I'm like, I know Kate's excited to play this one. I know Topher, also a big fan of Many Nights a Whisper. I assume just excited for Sledgehammer. And I think this one's published by Devolver, yeah? Are they?
Yes.
Yeah.
So rad.
Cool that they got Devolver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. I also have this downloaded. I also knew you would play it, so I haven't played it yet either. But I'm stoked. I'm very interested to see how it. I think I'm also not in that headspace of like
It's
going
a
home and
lot.
destroying everything.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so my first one, I actually played, I think the day after Steam Next Fest ended, and it had been on my list. I just hadn't gotten to it. This is one that got announced, I want to say last spring, maybe. And I wasn't really sure what to think about it or how to feel about it until I played the demo. It is called Kernel Hearts. And it's being published by Whitethorn, which is interesting because it does not give the traditional Whitethorn kind of cozy, chill vibe that I at least associate with that publisher. It's being developed by Ephemera Games. And I honestly had a great time with the demo. I didn't finish the demo. I put like maybe an hour into it. But like, I can't say completely confidently that like this is girly pop Saros, but it's not girly pop Saros. Like
Okay.
when you were playing as a magical girl android who is part of a magical girl android crew who has set out to save the world. Presumably, you have to fight and kill God, apparently, by the end. And you're, like, fighting angels and stuff. The world is on, like, the brink of destruction. And the backstory is being given to you kind of, like, piece by piece as you do, because it's an action roguelike. So as you go through runs and you die and you come back to the hub world, you get a little bit more information each time about what's going on, the backstory of this universe. So in that sense, I wouldn't be surprised if at very least it was inspired by Returnal. Because when you go into a run, you're going into this big kind of arena and you're fighting all these angels, and some of them have this very like bullet hell like pattern of attack. And so you have kind of a limited amount of time. The more time you spend in the arena, the more powerful enemies get. So you're trying to be really fast and efficient. I felt like the combat felt really good. You pick up different like magical powers and different buffs because it is a roguelike or roguelite. So I think the world is really interesting. I had a great time with the combat. This was one that I had a hard time putting down. So the demo at the moment has mixed reviews on Steam. I don't know. I haven't gone deep on what people are saying that they didn't like, but I had a great time with it. I'm intrigued. I've had a great time watching content on Saros, and I'm interested in something like that, but for the girlies. So
I'm super down for this. I'll give it a try for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the press emails, and I think initially I watched the trailer, and it seemed like it was a little too open world MMO-ish looking for me in terms of like seeing the world.
It's got a Genshin Impact kind of vibe.
Yeah, which was kind of the turnoff. But like, I like the character art. I like the look of the combat. So, but it was kind of like, I don't think this one's for me. But I'm like, damn, kind of sell me on. I want to give it a shot. Honestly, Girly Pop Saros is kind of what did it. We're like, fuck, that does sound cool. That does sound rad.
Like the more I played it, I was like, oh, this kind of is that though, a little bit. I don't know. And you know, it's not as big budget as Saros, and who knows how good the story is going to be.
Sure.
But I don't know. I had a good time with it, so we'll see. I'll probably go back to the demo now, you know, and just keep going. It comes out in September, so.
Bet.
Yeah.
I will listen. And we can get some keys, maybe do some runs, you know. 3-player? 4-player? How many co-ops?
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, it's co-op,
Let's
too.
go Topher. Topher? I don't know.
Topher! You want to do some Girly Pop Saros? Let's go!
Hell yeah.
Danny, honestly, I don't know any of the games on your list except for the last one, so I'm ready to be informed.
Ooh, oh boy, are we excited. We got some good ones. The second one was also one I got from a YouTube comment on the Hey AI Slop, whatever. I was familiar with the art style, but I don't know this artist. Her name is, I guess, Jerbob. I think it's like Jerry Bob is the thing. They have 72,000 subscribers on YouTube, so there's somebody. I just didn't know who they were. But Vampy's Big Days, you're playing as this vampire who is roaming around this village, and the whole thing, just like vampires, is you don't like the sun. You take damage if you step into the sun. but you move around the character in this like top-down Zelda-ish kind of gameplay with the left stick, and the right stick you use to move a fairy that adjusts the sun. So you are moving the shadows around the world. So you'll start to walk one way, you move the fairy so you're in the shadows, and you kind of move both sticks. So you're like, all right, the shadow's going to follow me so I can go up here. And if you step out of the shadows, you have this little buffer of shield of like, all right, it took a little too much damage, let me back up. But if you're like, I'm going to die, what do I need to do? You roam over to some dude picking his flowers or doing whatever. You bite his neck, you eat him, and you heal yourself.
Of
but
course.
His big old goat's just like, hey, that was my farmer. Why would you do that? Who will chase you down. But you're like, yeet, sidestep, so he'll slam into a rock. And while he's dizzy, you get like 3 bites to kill the goat. Now I get the heal from him. And it's this top-down, like I said, Zelda-y puzzle kind of game that like I really vibed with. I like the art style because it goes for that like simple MS Paint style, but it isn't quite that. It's not like, oh yes, I opened Paint and made this. It has a simplicity to its character designs, to the world, but I think it's really charming, almost Binding of Isaac-esque, if I had to like, compare it to something. And I really dig it. The demo is fairly short. I think it was maybe like 15-20 minutes for me to like start, figure out the controls, get through the level, then go beat the boss. The boss was fun because I think one of the things I struggled with, and this isn't a gameplay thing, it's more like my pacing of the game, is how to adjust my movement as the vampire and adjusting the sun and the shadows at the same time, where I'm not walking too fast that the light's getting me. The boss encounters are very like, you move yourself, the sun is no longer in your control. But the character moves, who I think is like a big fireball, so his light is what is casting the shadows. So every time he moves, you kind of have to move with him, but he is attacking within that shadow. So you're like, I need to stay here, but also not stay here, so I'm not dying, but duck and dodge everything that's happening. So I think it was really simple. It really sold me on the game. Whenever this thing comes out, I'm hoping there's a lot more in terms of bosses and levels to go through, but like really chill. I dug it a lot. So I want to play more Vampy's Big Day.
Yay. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I downloaded this when I saw it was on your list because I have seen some YouTube or some Instagram reels of it, and I had no idea it was in Next Fest. So
yeah, if Gabe told me from the get-go, I'd give it a shot, but instead they had to show me ranch.
We need the Gabe counter for this episode.
I'm going to put that in, and we're doing video now. Yay. Okay, Gabe counter.
Yeah, this looks great. I'm excited. I love also like the concept of being a clumsy vampire is so adorable. Yeah. So this is cute. Thanks for putting it on my radar, Danny.
Of course. It's so fun. I'm glad it's there. Jer Bob, I assume I'm pronouncing your name right. Great stuff. Keep up the good work. I'm going to start watching your YouTube content because it was one of those, not even FOMO. It's just the like, oh, this is cute. Whoa, this is a big channel. What's going on over here? Why haven't I heard about this? Like anytime you're like, oh, an indie dev has 72,000. I believe he's an animator if I had to guess by the channel. You're like, oh, an indie dev has 72,000 subscribers. There's something here, and I feel like I shouldn't not know about this. So, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Well, I'm excited to talk a little bit about Desktop Explorer because I feel like it's kind of a trend right now, or maybe it's always been a trend to have that like old PC UI vibe, like interface within indie games. And I can't say I've ever tried a game like that before, to my knowledge. But Desktop Explorer, I actually downloaded it on accident thinking it was Desktop Survivors. So I was like super stoked to like play Desktop Survivors. And I was like, wait, this is like a horror puzzle game? Okay, I guess I'll still give it a try. But this is really intriguing. When you log on, you get, you're presented with this like this old interface that folks who are my age, I'm 33, may remember the old days of the internet. So, but it's really interesting because you kind of like pull up this file, and I actually took a picture of it so I wouldn't forget the inciting incident of the story. But basically, you are trying to find out about a disappearance of someone that your uncle, I think, is your uncle. This is your uncle's computer, and he has files about the disappearance of someone that he cared about. And so basically, you just explore through this desktop, or you explore through this computer, and you get to solve puzzles. And honestly, like, really don't like puzzle games, but I appreciated the kind of puzzle solving that this was getting me to do, because it felt very like, just jump in, like, just click on stuff and see what happens, like, see what you can find within this computer. I will say it is like kind of giving you that, like, I guess nostalgic, like almost like backroom sort of vibe, like type of horror where you're like, ooh, I feel like this is familiar, but I also don't know how familiar it is, and I don't know what's going on. So I liked sort of like the sense of dread that it gave me, but also like the curiosity that I felt. I felt motivated to continue solving the puzzles once I got a few of them correct. And once I was stumped on a puzzle, it was fun to just like go digging for the answer in the computer. And I'm excited to see what the story is and like who this missing person is. So I really liked it. I'm sold, and I would love to check out the full game when it comes out. And that is unique for me to be interested in a game like this. So I'm excited to check it out.
Yay, amazing.
Yeah, this one was cool. I didn't play it myself. Mallory did, and she had a few issues at the end where it was not allowing her to input the password. Where we're like, I think this is the right answer, and we looked up 3 different Let's Plays, all with the same answer. It's like, okay, yeah, if for some reason it just says you're wrong. I don't know what. So she wasn't able to finish it. But it was like crocodile. That's right. Someone else did. Did you try crocodile? Did you spell it right? No, you're good. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're not finishing, babe. Sorry, but she's still very excited. Really loved it. Just the hurdle there with the demo.
I feel like that happens. So, like, there was another demo I tried to play, Lily's World XD, where like it would work. Like the first like few minutes of it worked, and then it like progressed to a different screen, and it couldn't get it to work. So, but honestly, I like hardly encountered any bugs for the demos that I played. So overall, pretty impressed. But yeah, I think like a lot of folks would like this one, and it's pretty different from other stuff that I've played. So, yeah, really cool game.
Yeah. Nice. As soon as you said like long lost person that your uncle cared about, I immediately headcanoned like, oh, it's gonna be gay. You're reuniting him with his long lost gay lover. Let's go.
Honestly, that's like a great call. Like, what if it? I could see it.
Could be devs. It comes out.
Make it gay.
Make it gay.
Soon,
it's never too late to make your game gay during Pride Month. Of course,
consider it. You know, just
consider it.
Hello. Sorry, Fiona's making sounds.
I heard.
You know what? I'll talk actually next about Lily's World XD because I played that and it's a very similar game in terms of its gameplay. It takes place in, like the fake OS circa 2004. You are playing as a guy in 2026 who has discovered a laptop in a dumpster, and you start poking through it, and you discover it was the laptop of a teenage girl in like 2004-ish. And as you kind of poke around and discover different like artifacts from her life, you can see some of her photos and like similar, I'm sure, to the puzzle solving in Desktop Explorer, you like find ways to uncover her passwords to get into her email and her secret email because she was a teenager. Of course, she had a secret email and stuff. And the more you dig in, you start to learn about some of the darker aspects of her life. And you discover that she went missing over 2 decades ago. And you're actually able to like AIM chat with her like best friend from high school who's has no idea what happened to her. So it like takes on the horror vibes pretty quickly, but it's also very girly pop vibes. So I love. We need more girly pop horror. And it does get quite creepy. I made it to the end of the demo, immediately was like, well, oh God, now we have to wait for this game to come out. I need to know what happens. I think it is going to go to some pretty dark places. Sandrine Emily is the solo dev who made this, and she's super active on like TikTok and Reels and stuff. She makes a lot of great content, both about developing this game, but also about indie games generally. And I think she did a great job of outlining all of the content warnings. So if you're interested in the game and you've ever been a teenager, especially a teenage girl ever in your life, probably go look at those content warnings, because I do think it's going to go to some really like very real places in terms of the kind of horror that it's bringing. But I had a great time.
I'm wondering, like, and it's okay if you can't talk about this because it's spoilery or content warning-ish, but like I know there's a element where you can have your webcam on during this game, and I've heard other people talk about that on other Steam Next Fest roundups, but I don't know what that means, and I'm very curious. Is it like, do you know, like, did you play with that feature enabled, I guess?
No, I turned it off. So I love that she has she built in like streamer settings, and because I streamed the game, I went in and I turned those off. And it's the kind of stuff that you'll find in other sort of fourth wall breaking games like this. So one of them, it's behind a spoiler wall, but I do think everyone should just know that this is part of the game, I think. So one of the features that you can turn off is like it'll use your PC's hard drive name, you know, in the interface. And then the other one is it'll turn your webcam on in the game. Like the game will use your webcam, and it like, you know, horror things are happening. So sometimes like windows open that you didn't intend to open or whatever in the interface of the game. And so like the camera, whatever interface will pop up inside the game, but like it's your webcam, like you're looking back. So you can turn that off. And when you do, it's just like, it's a video of a guy. No, I know. I'm so glad that I looked. It would have scared the shit out of me. No, totally. So I'm glad I saw it. I don't really think that should be behind the sort of spoiler wall of the streamer features, because I don't think everybody wants that.
I don't.
Yeah. So if you turn it off, it's just like a video of a guy, like a guy in his 20s or something on a webcam. So.
Ooh, so curious to play this one eventually.
Rad.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Wish list? Steam signed me out of Chrome. I got a wish list. I got to launch Steam.
No,
it's fine. We'll be okay.
I have no idea what this next game is. This is one I've never heard of in my whole life.
Chunky Jump. Let's fucking go.
This one. Shout out to Gabe for giving me some games I like. There's another one for
Thank you, Gabe.
This was the first game, not the first game I showed up, but like the first game that grabbed my attention when the curated things updated. Chunky Jump is, imagine Screenbound meets FNAF, in the way that you are working as this character who is running a gas station. During the day, you have locals come in. In this demo, you only play the first day. You have this guy come in. He's the local musician. He's got the DJ glasses and the gold tooth, and it's like, I caused some problems. You get like the newspaper headline of what he did and what happens. Now he's got to blitz out of town, but before he goes, he wants to buy all the gum that you have in the store, which I guess he's giving out to everyone at his last concert, et cetera, et cetera. And in that, you get this mini game that is you jumping around a stage, grabbing gumballs. But if you hit the fireballs, you take damage. You got to start over. If you get all 50, you finish the mini game. If you get all 100, you get a bonus extra character kind of deal. Then during the night is the FNAF part where you pull up your Game Boy and you are playing Chunky Jump, the actual video game. The person who owns the gas station, they're like, hey, I got you this gift. They send you an old Game Boy Advance SP with the cartridge for Chunky Jump. It is just one of those kind of going up, climb up as high as you can platformers. You cannot progress the night until you finish the level on the Game Boy. So it's the Bird Boy, I think is what it's called. Very legally distinct Bird Boy. But as you're playing this game, there is the Gabbit, who is this big FNAF-looking mechanical machine robot rabbit trying to break into the gas station. And while you're sitting at the counter, there's 4 areas to check. There's the vent above you, which, like, if he's trying to break in, the screws will come loose. You have to tighten those back up. Or he'll be like, nah, I don't like you, and just kick the whole thing down, which you then have to grab the screws around the room and shove it all back in before he gets you. Or he'll come up to either of the glass windows and you have to take your flashlight and be like, hey, fuck off, get out of here. Don't leave me alone. But he will like psychotically like bash his skull into the glass like, I'm gonna break in, and you can't repair it. You just have to like scare him off beforehand. And then once it's all clear, you go sit back at the desk. All right, let me play my Game Boy. And then you hear the crackling. You're like, stop. You have to put it down. My flashlight batteries are low. So you go to the mini game, you replace the batteries, put the new ones in, scare them off. And your whole thing is to beat your level, get your checkpoints, reach the top of the mountain for level 1. Then you end the night. The rabbit goes away. And then the next day, the new customer comes in, the new mini game kicks in, all the narrative plays. It's really, really fun, I think, to have those separate gameplay elements, because it's not like we've talked about. Oh my God, what's the pixel art / full motion video game we talked about for Summer Game Fest?
Tenebrisomnia.
Yes, it's that where it is those 2 separate elements, but these stylistically are the same. where it is like I'm going from this first person I'm playing the Game Boy to, yes, I have the world around me that I do have to maintain. I do have to check the cameras and make sure whatever's happening. Like I immediately told Mal when we talked about this game on our episode, I'm like, hey, you like FNAF. I think you're going to dig this one. And it gives that same vibe, not copy paste, where it isn't like, oh yes, I have to sit here all night and watch the cameras, but it is more interactive of, I do have to repair things. I have to fix things. I have to change the batteries in my flashlight while I try to finish my Game Boy game. I have to get this done. It's very important to my survival. I just really dug it. The art style is great. It reminds me of Pipistrello, which came out last year. I love Game Boy Advance's generation. I think it was like not the first console I ever had, but it was what kind of started my brain of being like, I like video games very much. So like anytime I see a GBA inspired game, like, hold on, Danny's in. Danny likes this one.
Didn't you play? I was in your stream when you were playing another game that's very similar to this. It had like a Game Boy game sort of loop,
yes.
and then but you were in a car, and it was like a FNAF kind of thing. You had to scare a thing.
You are absolutely right.
Car.
Dead Road, is that Dead Road?
It was terrifying.
Yeah, that was very scary. Yeah, because it's that same vibe of like your parents are driving, but immediately they're yelling about their divorce, but one of them's like creepy, like dead, like crazy black silhouetted monster. I'm like, that's not my mom. That doesn't look right. And then you have, as you're driving down the road, you're playing the game in the Game Boy where you're collecting the wood and the resources. Then you go back into the car and you put those resources on the window to make sure you can't crawl in from behind. And you get that weird neck tingling hair standing up of like, something's crawling behind me. Turn around. Stop. Don't come in here. That was crazy. I'm going to try and find the name of that one before we end the episode. But yeah, I guess I just have the thing for, I don't love FNAF like that, but I guess anything that's like FNAF, I'm like, you know what, actually, kind of rad.
I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
This looks great. I'm interested in the arcade platformy, like you must succeed before you progress vibe. That's cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's dope. And I guess there's probably a level to like patient, like you want to get through the level as fast as you can to end the night, but also like, you probably, unless you're really good at the platforming, I'm sure there'll be someone who's like, I'm speedrunning where I don't take care of the gas station. I'm just doing the platforming. It's like, this guy maybe takes like 50 bashes of his head through the glass to break in or something. I'm not entirely sure. I got too scared to count. But like, yeah, if I could just be really good at platforming and reach the top before he even has a chance to do anything, fuck it, right? Just do it.
Nice.
The Dead Seat is the other game.
The Dead Seat.
Yeah, the Dead Seat. That one had me scaled.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
This is great. I'm learning about so many games I gotta play tonight.
That's
well,
what
if
next
they're
best
still
is
available on Steam.
Let me double check. Chunky Jump definitely is. Night 1 demo. Yep, that one's still up.
Perfect. Yeah, that one looks great. I'll talk about fishing. I know Emily played this one. I only played the first 30 minutes, so I was watching a YouTube video before this to see how long the demo was, and it looks like on YouTube someone spent like 2 hours playing it. And I think that was the Steam Next Fest one because it went up just a few days ago. But this is a game by the same folks that did Arctic Eggs, the Water Museum. I've actually never played Arctic Eggs, but I have watched Emily play it several times, and I've listened to the soundtrack several times. Great soundtrack, by the way, Arctic Eggs. That's like one of the best video game soundtracks out there. But anyway, I think they've still got their distinct vibe in terms of things being absurd, and their style is very specific visually. And I think that I also love a fishing game. I'm obsessed with fish, and this one was at the top of my list just so I could check it out. I think mechanically right off the bat they are really going all in on the fishing thing, which is great because fishing is in the title, and you get to sort of calibrate for your own preference, how the fishing is going to feel for you within the game. That's kind of the first thing that they make you do. So I really appreciated that. I will say the actual fishing took me a minute to get the hang of, but they do kind of set the scene in a very interesting way where there's this I think mermaid, and she sort of releases this bottle or a fish out of a bottle, and then you are kind of playing as this little girl. And I don't know how much to spoil about the story because it's very Twin Peaks. It's kind of giving some Laura Palmer vibes. But as far as I understand, you're with maybe your parent, dad possibly,
or I think it's grandpa.
Grandpa. You're fishing with grandpa in this very strange world where I don't know yet what the rules are of the world, but I know that it's surreal and that there is a potentially sinister thing that happened. And there are curly fries as well, so I'll leave it there and let Emily say whatever she would like to say about the game.
The curly fry lore runs very deep. I'm so excited for this. Like, I love Arctic eggs deeply, and this brings a lot of the same like sense of humor and kind of surreal writing that I love about Arctic eggs, with that same like physics-based interesting mouse controls kind of thing. In Arctic eggs it's the frying pan, here it's the fishing, but I love that it's a little bit more cohesive narratively. Like Arctic eggs is just bizarre and insane, and I love that about it, but like this is cool because there is more of a story going on, and it is very Twin Peaks, and I'm very, very excited for this. I won't say more too because it is, I don't know. It's worth playing.
Yeah, I want to finish it. It was really, the vibes were very strong, so I'm excited to check out the full thing when it comes out.
Yeah, I just want to go. I keep seeing it. I'm like, I know about fishing. I get the emails about fishing, and I have to try it. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Also, the tackle box is pretty remarkable. Like, there are a lot of cool things. I don't know. I just like the interface of the tackle box. It looks really cool. I think visually there's going to be some very memorable moments and probably storytelling wise as well. So cool one. Demo's still up if anyone's interested.
Do you have a team?
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put Fiona back on the ground. Try, baby.
Down.
Okay, bye. Bless you. Okay. Let's see. I'll talk next about Shroom and Gloom, which I'm so glad I finally got to play this demo. I've been following the development for, I don't know, like a couple years or something on Instagram, and this is great because it's like it's a deck builder, it's a roguelite, I love those things, but it's the aesthetics of this world are so interesting and specific. It all takes place, I guess, in like a cave, and you're fighting fungi, hence Shroom and Gloom. And there's this fun like 2D, 3D element to the visuals where it almost feels like you're on like a Disneyland ride and everything is like a little standee. And I think that they developed a really like well-designed and fun turn-based deck building combat system. The thing that makes it really interesting though is that they extended that system out to how you engage in the rest of the environment too. So you don't just have like your deck of cards for attacks and defense and healing items and that kind of stuff. You have a separate deck of cards for how you interact with like discovering things in the environment when you're not in combat. So you have like a shovel to dig, and you've got like a lighter to light candles and keep away the gloom, the gloom that will kill you. And I feel like I barely scratched the surface of all of the kind of real world items that you can collect, as cards. But then how you engage in the world is also turn-based, and you have like action points that you have to think about as you're like setting up camp and trying to heal. Like you can only do so many actions per turn. You'll sometimes get hurt if you rest in between turns. So it's a really interesting take on the whole roguelite thing. And I got pretty far in the demo. I forgot how long I played. I think I played about an hour, and just had a blast. It was very hard to put down. It's got like a little, I don't know, like a little more than Slay the Spire or something like that in terms of its world building and how immersive it feels, which I really enjoyed. So I'm really looking forward to this one. This one's going to hook me, I think, a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really good. I played this one on the plane as well before Virtue and a Sledgehammer. And And I love Slay the Spire. I think a friend of the show, AJ Fileri, recommended this demo to me. And I feel like it's the art is gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. And I was really taken aback by the, like, what you were describing, Emily, where you have to use the cards to do everything. Like, you have the 2 separate deck of cards. And so I was like, oh, that looks like an X that I need to dig up, but I don't have a shovel. Let me figure out how I get a shovel. It's an actual card. And, like, also the way that you progress into, like, the dungeons and, like, into the caves is really cool, because it's kind of like closes in on you in this really interesting way visually. I don't know, I just think the art style in this is so cool, and then the gameplay to back it up too is really awesome. I think it looks good and it feels really good to play. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Have you played this, Danny?
Or I have not. I have it. I think I had the demo downloaded way back when it was on itch, and Topher had told me about it, was so gung-ho on it. I'm like, this is rad. I definitely want to check it out. When will I get to it? Devolver picked it up. It's being published by them, which is great. And I'm like, sick. That's even more exciting. I think I'm in the spot where, even though I haven't touched it, I'm sold on this game. I know I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
And there's part of me, I'm like, do I start? I always fear it with, what was the first-person photography game where you took the pictures?
Flush foil? No.
Like 3 years ago.
Viewfinder.
Viewfinder. Yes.
Okay.
Viewfinder. Maybe that's older than I think it is. Viewfinder is a game that I played the demo of, fell in love with, played the full game. I'm like, that magic's kind of gone. I do really like what this is, but what I got from that demo, that experience is gone. Like that flash in the pan is there. So I think Shroom and Gloom is one that I am very excited to play when we have it. I'm already there. I'm already sold. Let me know what happens. But also, fuck, I want to play it. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, see what happens. I might break. But
I'm also, you mentioned, like, not wanting to only play roguelikes, and I'm kind of in that same boat where I'm like, okay, I gotta cool my heels a little bit, you know?
I need some narrative in here.
Yeah.
I need some narrative.
Danny, what you got for us next?
What do I got for you next? Bet. My next two are multiplayer ones. Mal and I streamed these the other night. The first one is from a popular series, We Were Here. Tomorrow is the new one. I have only played We Were Here. The first game, which I did not realize was as short as it is. It's like, I think maybe it took us like 2 hours to beat because we struggled with the chess puzzle outside the snow. But these are co-op, I guess almost asynchronous puzzle games where, like, you are doing one thing on your screen, your partner's doing their other thing, and it's always that answering the question for one another, right? So, like, when this game starts, you're in the same room. I have the cube, which can either grow so it becomes a platform, it grows so it becomes weight on a button so no one has to stand on it. I can throw it onto the other person and it becomes armor, which isn't something we had to utilize in the demo, but I found out we could do it. Whereas the other person has a gun that has a sticky hand inside of it, so they can grab things and pull them. So it's this combination of, like, what do I need to do so you can do your thing, and vice versa. As far as I know, again, having only played the first game, the other ones are more in this, like, in our history type setting. This one seems to be like, oh, it's the characters trudging through the snow to the castle, the rift falls super, and you get teleported to the future. So this one has a very different tone than the rest so far, and I'm sold. This one is far more my speed. Not that I'm not going to play the rest. I'm still very much looking forward to those type of puzzle games, but the environments we were in, going through this, like, what is a cold abandoned factory that is still so vibrant and filled with color. I'm like, yeah, ooh, this is rad. To then, as you go through these initial puzzles where you're kind of in the same room doing things together, you have this moment where you go through two different tunnels and one person is up on the wall vertically, but to them, they're standing up straight, but you turn up and look and your person is on the wall like, hey, how you doing? Like, you're both perpendicular from each other. Like, what's happening? And you go down different hallways of, like, okay, I need the answers to this puzzle. I have 4 things I need to input. Cool. I have the answers. The first one looks like, I remember telling Mal, I'm like, okay, this is going to be weird. The first one looks like unknown why. She's like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, okay, sorry. I thought we were in a different place. Don't worry about it. So it's a circle, but he's got 3 little eyelashes, right? And he's got 1 eyeball, and he's got a neck. In the neck, he's got 2 arrows coming out. He's been shot in the throat, and he's got 2 legs. Like, all right, but does he look like this? I'm like, no, it's not that one. It looks like this. She's like, perfect. Next symbol. Mal and I have done enough of these through Escape Academy, Escape Sim, whatever, that we're just like, how do we explain weird shapes to each other? The second one is a black hole. She's like, okay, I have 4 different black holes. I'm like, got it. This one is spinning counterclockwise. Therefore, the arms are dragging behind to the right. She's like, got it. I see it. Clicked it. We're done. So it is the, how do I explain this thing to somebody? And I can just imagine the struggles of being like, I don't know how best to explain something that is so out of sight. But like, it is so much fun to have these puzzles where it is so dependent on you helping the other person. I think, not that these games are unplayable without the special bond of doing anything, but like my buddy Kanai and I have played through all the Haze-like games, the It Takes Two's, the whatever. And Mal and I have done, again, Escape Simulator 1 and 2, Escape Academy 1. We're going to play Escape Academy 2. We like the way we're able to trust each other with the information we need to pass that on. Not only because we're capable of it, but the game, it delivers it in such a way that I'm like, these are distinct, even though they're so similar. There is a way to describe this to each other and progress that puzzle. We knocked it out, and we had that thing where it had the big cutscene. We're like, oh shit, what happens next? Thanks for playing. Like, no, we're not done. It can't be over yet. I'm there. Like, I'm all in. This made me want to, like, the next couple date nights, like, we need to play the rest of these. I need to go play through these. I need that puzzle fix. This one's scheduled to come out sometime this year. Oh, the demo. I looked up. I'm like, wait, April 9th. It's already out? That's the demo. I see. It is scheduled to come out sometime this year, but I'm like, we need to knock out the other 5 games first. Then I could jump into this one, and not like, this is a lifelong series for me. Give me every We Were Here game, and I'll play them with Mao right away. They're so much freaking fun.
Hell yeah. I love these. I've played all but Infinite.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm glad to see them going a little more futuristic with this one. And like having the personal, like the tools that only one person has is such a cool addition, and I think makes for really interesting, like a kind of level up on the types of puzzles that they can give you.
Yeah, I think the unfortunate thing is I had an appointment to play this at PAX East this year. Unfortunately, they came behind an appointment that had me leave campus. So I took a 20-minute Uber to that appointment. By the time I got back, my appointment was done. I was like, hey, I'm sorry I missed my appointment. It was not able to slide me in for another appointment, which was unfortunate, but like I knew I was going to play this game regardless. So getting the demo here at Next Fest, I was like, I have a promise to keep up. I got to play this thing. And I was so happy we got to. So much fun.
Hell yeah.
I love that. Is it me?
It is you.
It's me. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Milky Delivery. We've all seen it. We've seen it on Instagram. Yeah. I mean, it's Wholesome Games Presents, I believe, as publisher. These are and then the developers, same folks that did Minami Lane. So they're back with a cute as fuck art style. Honestly, illegal. It should be illegal how cute this game is. It is so cute. And honestly, I really liked Minami Lane. I feel like you can tell that, like, you know, maybe same developers with the art style, and even like down to like what you do in the game. But I don't know, like something about this one is just so, they just like really got my number with this one. And I guess like you kind of start out and you have one cow, and you need the amount of hay that you feed the cow is the amount of milk that you get every day to like then deliver. So you're kind of having to manage that as like your main resource, like gathering hay to make sure that you have enough milk, because as you play, as the days go by, you will meet more characters, and therefore you will sell more milk, or they will ask for more milk. But honestly, like every character, what I really liked about this game was that like every character kind of had their own little story. So I feel like the storytelling is paying off a lot in this game. Like, I guess just like a little bit more so than it did for me with Minami Lane. And this is only with the demo. So I did end up playing this demo for like 3 hours. Like, it was a little ridiculous. I was like, I cannot put this down. It feels great. And like, you're just playing as this, this woman that's like, you know, selling milk in the town. That's what you're doing. But you're also helping the townsfolk with their random tasks. And so you'll do a lot of quests, but also there are very specific resources that you're managing. And then the way that you level up, I guess, like your farm and your bike needs to be leveled up. So like you need to make sure you get tires that are more sturdy. And then when you get those, you can unlock different paths and different routes. Also, I was able to like zoom out and look at the map a little bit. And this looks like it's going to be quite a large game, I guess, like larger than I expected. So I'm excited in the full game to like uncover the other environments and hopefully other characters. But honestly, it just looks great, and it's so fun to play. It also has that feature that Minami Lane has where you can kind of speed up your day. So you can just like watch your character ride her bike along these like beautiful, beautiful landscapes. Or you can go faster if you want and like just get to the next character, get to the next quest. And it does have like a day-night cycle, but I just got really lost in this one, and it feels really intuitive, and I was really motivated to just like keep unlocking tasks and upgrading my bike and my barn and everything like that. And I will also say that like the music is really pleasant too. So I think just overall a very pleasant experience. I think it'll be great on Steam Deck. This will probably be one of those games that I end up playing every night before bed. But I'm so surprised that I liked it just as much as I did. So yeah, Milky Delivery. I think it's coming out soon, right? Isn't it coming out this fall? I should know.
I see 2026.
Oh, it just says 2026.
Double checking it's not one of their news things and not just updated the Steam page. It looks like right now it's 2026 what I see.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't wait to play the whole thing. It's a great game.
Yeah, it looks adorable. It's criminal how few of Dute's games I've played. I have played Froggy's Battle. I think it was their first one. I have not touched anything else. I haven't played Kabuto Park. I haven't played Minami Lane. I'm like, damn, I love this art style so freaking much. But 9 times out of 10, Topher has played it. I'm like, oh, awesome. I'm glad you like it. I can play something different. But like Milky Delivery is first. I'm like, shit, Topher, step aside. Because I'm like, I'm feeling this one.
Step aside.
This is one of the ones I downloaded but didn't get a chance to play. So I have it sitting here. So hopefully I can play this one soon. But yeah, it looks precious. I love this art style. And you're right. It is criminal how beautiful and cute these games are.
Truly. And like it's cool because there are vending machines all along the route, and one of your jobs is to repair them, but then you can like get the green tea from the vending machine. So like if you're out of stamina, you can have tea. There's little birds that fly by every day that you could click on them and they give you extra money. So like there's just a lot of cute, thoughtful things baked in to like balance your gameplay so that you're not like, oh, I'm totally out of resources or energy. Yeah. I guess similar to how Minami Lane does. So yeah, really love it. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, yay.
Go indie
that
games.
The mental math of like, oh, my podcast partner's playing, like, oh, Kate's gonna play that. I don't have to play it. I'm gonna play something else. Yeah, so real.
It's like, oh, we're both playing it. We both got to talk about this one. Bet.
the like No Small Games hive mind has it covered. Somehow between one of us.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see. Okay, I will talk next about object impermanence, which has gotten a lot of attention, I feel like, since Next Fest. This is a perspective-based puzzle game, first-person, 3D, in the vein of something like Superliminal or Viewfinder. And I think that the premise of this game is really, really clever, which is why so many people have like latched onto it, which is that some things in the world either stop existing or stop moving or in some way like don't exist if you're not actively looking at them. And so you have these little, it's like usually mechanical puzzles. You're trying to like turn on a door so you can go through it, or you're trying to send electricity to a machine to like progress through different rooms. And you have these little like balls with these little alien cats in them. And usually those are the things that you're like trying to manipulate by looking at them or looking away from them. And I think this really has the perfect recipe that I always look for in a puzzle game like this, where it's like very simple concept. You can pick it up immediately, like it's easy to grasp, but then very quickly it can start to build on itself in ways where you're like, the puzzle I'm looking at feels like it should be so simple, and yet what exactly do I have to do? And you have to get really familiar with like the system, right, of the rules of this universe. So I thought it was great. Shout out for just being a great bite-sized demo. It was about 30 minutes, which is how long I want a demo to be.
Yeah,
totally,
I know some games can't really you can't communicate them that quickly, but it's just 2 hours is a lot to like invest in a demo for me. So 30 minutes is great. Like very mind-bendy puzzles, but nothing that was so outlandish that it felt like unreasonable to try to solve. And very cool world. Felt a little bit like Myst or kind of like Viewfinder too, with these like interesting architectural details and stuff. And I'm sure there's going to be some kind of story here about what's going on and why the fuck are there little alien cats in these balls.
Does look gorgeous, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, another demo I downloaded I have to check out. My buddy Zach has played this one. He said to me, he's like, you might like this. I'm like, this does look rad. And then it was in Next Fest. So yeah, I want to give that one a shot too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're on our last demo each.
No.
Oh, shit.
All right, I'll add 3 more.
Danny's like, bet.
Let me go play Valorant Mortis quick. Give me a second. Bet. Yeah, no, this last one I think was probably, I know it was Mal's favorite multiplayer game that we got to check out this weekend. I really dig it because I think it fixes what this like stigma is of friend slop, like that term or not, the proximity chat, you know, you're collecting stuff, whatever, you die, start over kind of deal. This game is called Invoker, and it's basically the video game version of Jumanji. You're playing as up to 4 friends. You are sitting in this small room. The board game is available. When you start, you roll the die, and that's how many spaces it'll move you on the board game. Once you roll the die, you get the cryptic message of like, in this world, the scaly monster will chase you down, of like what's going to happen on this level. And in that one, there's a big chunky alligator who follows you around the entire map. But if you jump on a cabinet, he can't reach you. So your whole thing is every time you stop and find a new location, you run into this dark, dreary mansion that's covered in vines or whatever kind of hazards to find these like statues, these little golden idols. Each one has a different gimmick. So one might grow spider legs and run away, so you have to creep up to it and take it. One has purple eyes. That'll be like, oh, whenever you walk, completely inverted controls. Left is right, up is down, camera movements backwards, so you have to like slowly march back. There's one that'll like every so many seconds the head just snaps and turns and breathes fire. I accidentally killed Mal by doing this, right? I like picked up a statue. I'm like, babe, I found one, and it came to life. She's like, which one? I just burned. I'm like, I'm so sorry, babe. I didn't realize you found something. I just turned around. But like, after you get all the stuff, bring it back, you get to roll the die again, and where are you going to go? The die will continue to evolve. So like, it might be 3 sides are 6s and 3 sides are 5s. So you get a lot of steps, but those 5s are all cursed. So the moment you land on one of them, you get those 5 moves, but like the one that we got the most is your max health is now decreased to 1. So everybody gets 1 shot, no matter, like if you step on something, if something bites you, whatever, you're dead. And the only way to revive somebody is finding extra dice laying around the levels. There's reviver dice, so you can roll them. If you get it, boom, they spawn back in. If you find a fire die, you could throw it. It'll like burst into flames. There's a cocoon die, so if something's chasing you, you wrap it up in a cocoon so it can't come after you. But every one of them also has like a downside of like, oh, it's going to spawn a villainous mimic version of you. Like the first time we go to revive, Mal had died, and I'm like, I got the reviver die. I threw it, not knowing what would happen, and then there she is. She pops back in. I'm like, you made it, and she's like, I don't see her perspective. She's watching it from me. She's like, hey, that's not me. I'm still dead. I'm watching you. I'm like, what do you mean it's not you? It's literally you. And this thing runs off. I have no idea. And later it comes back with a die and throws a cocoon at me. I'm like, what is happening? So like I'm tied up and I have to thrash the keys to break out. And there's so many different things that I have to imagine we didn't uncover them all. But like our final run where we succeeded was giant chessboard. Both knights are constantly chasing you, but only one can move at a time. So if you find the black one, the white one is around the map somewhere. But if you see, like, if you hear it stop, the black one's about to start moving. So that's one hazard. The other one is there are spiders on the ceiling. You'll hear them chirp and do whatever. If you look up and find them, they'll go away. But if you walk under them, they're going to grab you and kill you.
No.
And the other one was consistent lightning bolts just spamming into the wall that would set the floor on fire. This was our final thing of like, we get the board, you have to take it to the end and scream Jumanji or Invoker and do the thing. But like, this was so much fun. And seeing how many different things could happen. And like, there's the fear of me of like, I've seen it all. I've seen all the things they could give me. Now it's just a matter of which ones get compared to each other. But I don't think it's that shallow. I think there's more to come. I think there's more obstacles. The entire time I spent prepared for like, when does the elephant stampede come in? This is going to be a thing, right? And that wasn't in the demo, but like I'm prepared for it. And I'm very much excited for what this looks like for friend slop games, right? Again, like the genre name or not. being like, we're going to continue to not just put out a game that is get the money, come back, did you die, oops, start over. It is, there's more intricacies to it. There's more multiplayer isms that I'm like, yes, this makes it so much more unique and fun. But fuck, God, it was just so much fun. I love this game.
Is it four? Did you play with two people? Was it just the two?
We played with two. We played with two. It's up to four. Yeah.
It looks so good and like genuinely freaky.
Yeah.
So rad.
I love that there's such a wide variety of things that can happen too. Like, oh, that's so fun. What a great concept. I just sent it to a group of friends who we played like the backrooms games. We played Dark Hours together and stuff. I'm like, we got to play this.
Run
That's
it.
sick.
So much freaking fun. I had a blast.
Nice.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for putting that one on my radar again, Danny. I feel like
Can I say I really like your games? I like sharing them with you guys.
he lives up to
wow,
name.
he really does. It's not just all talk. Damn.
He likes sharing them with us.
I do.
That's so great. Cool. I will talk about my last game, which is Over the Hill, which many of us have been highly anticipating for years, I would say. I don't know. I've seen it on social media for like 3 years. I swear to God, just like give it to me, because I love to be a car. I love to be a boat. I love to go vroom vroom. And I like that you're going slow and Over the Hill. Like, I love a racing game. I love to go fast in a car, but like we need to appreciate the slower moments as a vehicle. And I think that like in Over the Hill, they've given you this like really rich, beautiful, realistic nature environment that like pairs so well with like just going slow in a car. But then it's funny because it's like, oh, but also you're gonna get yourself into shenanigans, like you're gonna fall in the river. One of the main mechanics of the game is winching, which Emily and I have done before. We have experience doing that. So when we played Over the Hill together, we also were winching each other. And I don't know, like I played for 2 hours with someone that I'm sort of dating. And that was very special and fun and cute. But like then I played with Emily and our friends Conquer and Nommers on her stream. And I feel like we just had so many laughs. And like the vehicles do get in some precarious situations. Emily was like all the way down the river. And then like Noms and Conquer were like also in the river. And it was a great time. Like I love that the game is like giving you this opportunity to like take a step back and just like chill and enjoy a vibe together, but then also is providing those moments to like connect as friends and to like share a laugh together and to like genuinely connect and like help each other out of precarious situations. And I think like the overall driving mechanic feels pretty good. You can definitely upgrade your car. After I played the first 2 hours, I was able to get a different car, which I liked using a lot more than the one that you get after the tutorial. And then you get to like pick your own music if you want. There is no proximity chat. I wonder if they're gonna implement that, but maybe not. Maybe it doesn't need it. I don't know. I just had a great time, and I'm excited to just play more Over the Hill with my friends and be cars with my friends. It's a great vibe.
It's so cute.
It looks great.
Visually it's beautiful, and it's one of those ones where you're like you're in your house, you're on your PC, but you're like, damn, wow, nature's great. Nature's
so cool.
A miracle.
I love outdoors. I wish we had this stuff real life.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Well, I guess I'll close this out with one that was recommended to me by our friend Slivers. I don't think I would have found this one otherwise. This is Nimbit Frontier. And if you are a fan of games like Moonlighter, which I know Danny is.
Yeah, I literally pulled up the Steam page and said, wait a fucking second. Okay.
This is basically a very, very, very similar game loop to Moonlighter. Sorry, I had one of those moments where your brain's like, no, that's not how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Anyway, similar game loop to Moonlighter, but instead of running a shop with the spoils that you get from your roguelite, dungeoneering, you are collecting creatures in kind of a, I don't know, not quite Pokemon kind of way, more like maybe a Slime Rancher kind of way.
Okay.
But you get like, I think like the genetic data basically for these creatures, and you hatch them into little eggs. And then over the course of the game, you get to make like little environments for them inside your house. So you're basically like raising them to be able to set them free into nature. But in order to do that, you create these like little habitats for them in rooms in your house. You get to decorate those. And then there's also combat. So there's a lot of different like systems going on in this game. But if you like an action roguelike, but you want more than just the combat, I think this has a lot of the fun creature collecting that somebody who likes Pokemon or likes, Slime Rancher or something is going to enjoy. And there's a little town, there's kind of that life sim element to their characters to get to know. I believe there's dating of the characters too. So this game kind of has everything to it. Yeah. I'm very excited for when it eventually comes out. It's very cute. And a great like little kind of pixel art. I don't think it is pixel art, but a kind of lo-fi kind of art style with really cute graphics. The little creatures are really cute.
It reminds me a lot of not Expedition, 33 Immortals with their
totally
vector style artwork.
Yeah. So yeah, that is Nimbit Frontier.
So
it looks
cute.
so good. I downloaded the demo.
Danny's like doing it right, about to boot
You
it up.
literally, you mentioned you're like, so I'm like, let me look at the Steam page. Am I running the shot? You're like, so it's like Moonlighter. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Danny's like, I need to play it right now.
Moonlighter is one of those games where I'm like, I feel like I was the first person to discover Moonlighter. I know damn well I wasn't. I bought it on sale on the Switch. Someone already had this game, but I'm like, everybody in the world, hear me when I talk about Moonlighter. And like,
it's good shit. It's good shit.
God, I love that game. I think I'm gonna love this one. This is
Hell
rad.
Yay!
Whew.
This has been so fun, Danny. We're so happy that you joined us on No Small Games, especially for a indie game roundup for Steam Next Fest. Couldn't be more perfect. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and we would love if you told all of our listeners where they can find you online, or if you've got any exciting projects you've got coming up that you'd like to share about. Tell the people all about you again.
Of course, I will. First off, thank you for having me. It's been so long that we've been like dibble dabble back and forth about talking to each other. Like, when are we gonna do this damn thing? So it's been a blast sitting and chat with you guys, especially after finally getting to hang out at PAX's and Summer Game Fest and everything. So it's always magical. Thank you all for having me. It's beautiful. As far as you guys over there listening, hey, I'm at CGDannyB all over everything: Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. You can find me talking about indie game news, reviews, whatever I choose. Every Thursday we drop an episode of Playlog Podcast. Currently on this weird miss break, but when we're back to it, Thursday we talk about whatever comes up. This week's episode will be our Steam Next Fest coverage, where if you want to hear me talk about games like Trash Day, I closed my thing, Trash Day and Moonlight Peaks. And oh my God, there were 16 games. I'm forgetting everything that was on there. Other games that I also didn't include in this one. Go listen to that episode. Also, I rolled dice a lot. I've been playing our Daggerheart game, Sagas of Anima, over on Crit Hit Chronicles on Thursday nights. That's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am playing Kynel, the Woodkin Druid. I'm a robot druid who doesn't know what emotions are, but this last episode was our Masquerade one, and the cool Crystal Shard made me feel fear. So it was a grown-ass robot man who has never felt emotions, and the first one is an overwhelming level of fear. We had some great role play that episode. God, I love Daggerheart. So yeah, hang out with little robot guys trying to figure out what feelings are. It's a good time. I think that's it. Indie games.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Danny. This was great. This has to be first of many, hopefully, times that we have you on. And I don't know. What are people looking forward to for No Small Games, Kate? This comes out on the 30th. I think June has 30 days.
Yes, yeah? I think June has 30 days. We know that. Hopefully that's true. I think that's right. I guess after this episode, you'll probably hear our Relooted episode. Nope. Wait, has Fishbowl already come out? Yes. No, it's Fishbowl. No, next up is Fishbowl. Yep. So get ready for that, because we're ready.
We're ready. We know what's coming up next.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Danny, and thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.